Hi guys, I'm Angie. Welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be a creation, not a poem. And I apologize, I still haven't finished that other poem. I have like maybe one more line to go. Anyway, I had this idea last night while I was trying to sleep and I did not get up and do it. It was late, probably, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock, maybe later. But anyway, so we're gonna do it now. So we have our little windows, dichroic paper here. Well, it's not paper, but film. And we're gonna make a cabochon. So I first want to cut this to size. I'm gonna use my little pizza here to at least gather the proper size. I got my little scissors here. I'm gonna cut out the section here that I want to use. Let me just do this. Of course, you know you got to go a little smaller just to stay inside the cabochon. And this is the color I picked. This one was already preheated with my heat gun. That's why it's kind of crinkly, if you can tell, so that it catches the light just so. All right, thank you, pizza. That was a little piece of pizza I made in a different type of mold, but it didn't come out very well and didn't cure well because the mold was made for like making candy, little pizza shapes and burgers and stuff. So, all right, let's see how that fits. Oh, perfectly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, then we're gonna back it with our glow in the dark. I'm gonna use a blue. I don't know what it's gonna come out like when it's done. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I have zero idea, but it's just an idea that I had and I thought it was pretty cool thought. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to put black on the back of this over the glow-in-the-dark blue, but we're going to figure it out together. How's that sound? So I'm going to put our shape over here. We got our blue over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's just set it here, and we'll set that there. Let's go ahead and fill our cabochon here just a little bit to get it started. And we're just gonna make a layer there. Sometimes I put stuff in the layers like glitter, or sometimes it's foil, silver or gold foil pieces. Sometimes it's a whole lot of nothing, you know, there's that too. So I'm just trying to fill the whole cavity with the resin there. Let me torch it so we get rid of those bubbles. We did have a couple of bubbles. So now we're going to do that again, and then we're going to cure it really fast with our UV light. There we go. I'm going to put that on 90 seconds, and while that's curing, we're going to come over here and we're going to make our blue. Well, I already took the lid off and I tried to take it off again, but whatever. Okay, so that should be enough for one layer. Let's cover that up. Put that out of the way. Get my stir stick here. I'm going to put some of this blue in here. It's kind of a sand. Can you see that? Kind of a sand consistency, a very fine, very, very fine sand in my UV resin here. That you don't have any time frame that you really have to use it in. Although I've found that if I leave them overnight or for too long, it seems like they are a little grittier the next day. So then I have to remix them. Sometimes I have to add more color. Sometimes I just have to add more UV resin to them. So kind of a live and learn, because I have not experienced any of these glow-in-the-dark colorants before, but they do glow really well. I've made some some little butterflies here with some of the glow in the dark color, and they actually glow quite a bit and quite brightly for a long time. So okay, that's done. Let's look at that really quick. Okay, now we're gonna throw another coat, just a thin layer, and then we're gonna put our pop that bubble. There it goes, bye. And we're gonna put that in there. And we're gonna make sure we don't have any bubbles. Where's my pusher downer? Let me use my paper towel here and clean that off. Okay. Nope, we don't want the paper towel in there too, like it's sticking. Okay, let's push that down in there. Make sure it's touching all edges or whatever. Oh, look at those colors already, guys. So beautiful. Can you see those colors? All right, at this point, I don't believe I see any bubbles back there. I don't see any bubbles, so let's cure that real quick. Let's go ahead and cure that. Yes, that's my dad. He's working on his dinner, and he likes to fall asleep while he's eating, so I don't think that's a positive thing. I try to remind him all the time to stay awake while he's eating, but it never works. Never. And when I say never, I mean never. Anyway, we got our blue ready to go. That's all stirred up. I'm probably gonna put a coat of clear over this once that's done curing. It's really kind of pretty much done at this point. Done enough to put a coat over it. So let's flip it over first and give it 60 seconds on this side just to make sure we're taking care of both sides. I got some new glitters. I got some, this is called Unicorn Disco, which is just kind of a, I don't know, holographic one. This is called Snowy Surprise. That's kind of a holographic, and those pieces are a little more see-through. And then of course I have a Cameo Pink one that I absolutely love. That one's been well used. Not necessarily with these projects, but in the past, because I've had it left over from, my daughter likes to put it in her slime and stuff when she makes slime. So I made a starfish last night. What do you guys think? Starfish, it's a starfish. That's gonna be a necklace. I just love glitter stars. So, I love any kind of glitter. That's why I don't know. I make a lot of stuff with glitter in it just because I like the way it catches the light. I like the way it shows the light. I just think it's cool. All right, I put another coat of clear on that. Let's make sure that that's, well, let's make it just a hair thicker, just so we can make sure we're covering to all the edges. Clean that off there. And then we'll pop the bubbles, and then we'll cure that real quick. There's no smoke here, I swear. Should I see that? Just a little. It was probably my silicone mold smoking, because, you know, well, let's be honest. Sometimes I torch a little too close or long or whatever. Anyway. So much fun. So we're going to give that 60 seconds, and then we're going to put our blue glow in the dark over that. And then I think we're going to cover it with another, I think we're going to cover it with black on the back, just so that it really pops, so the colors really pop. I think that's what we're going to do. So let me mix some black here. Let me see. That's of a black. It's not very dark. It may look dark, but it's more clear. So I'm gonna add some of my, well, that doesn't even have a label on it. Where'd the label go? This is my holographic black that I got on Amazon that I like. So I use that for my black backing a lot. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkles in it, but I use that as my black a lot. Well, if I didn't have so much hair here. Okay, that's all mixed up, so we're gonna probably use that as our backing. Okay, that feels good. All right, so here's our glow in the dark, our glow in the dark blue. Don't ask me why I chose the blue, because I can't answer. I don't know, I looked at my other colors and I'm like, well, which one would, I don't know, maybe bring out some of the other colors the best. And I just kind of felt like this color blue may do that. And I have just been obsessed with blues, like different colors of blues, and I can't explain why. I have like I have this blue. One of my glitters is blue, this color of blue. And then my favorite charms have this massively gorgeous bluish purple, sort of bluish purple. I don't know. Look at that. Can you tell? Like, that is just, oh, the most beautiful blue color. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with this is blue, but I just love it. Love, love, love. Okay, I think that's enough of a layer of that. It seems to be all covered. We're gonna give it 90 seconds. I do have a little bit left, which is fine. I do tend to make things, I think I told you last time in my last video, I tend to make little things with leftover pieces. Like this is just a leftover, you know, glitter ball, half of a glitter ball or whatever. I have my, oh, this is what I was trying to tell you about. I have my interference blue that I painted on, like I put a clear layer on the front of this one and then painted the interference blue on, and then put a piece of the dichroic film behind that, and then put black on the back of that. And look at how amazing that looks. Like that just looks super cool. I love the interference blue. I need to get some more interference colors because they just have such a dynamic effect that I absolutely love. I've done it, I think I put some in this one too. I know they're both hearts, but I do a lot of hearts. That's kind of why I did a oval cabochon this time, because this one looks like a dragon's egg to me. Like if you can see, can you see the detail inside? I see the light a lot reflecting in it, but that one's just so cool. Like it looks literally, and that's one of the ones that had this interference blue on the front. I made an eyeball. I'm lurking at you. I know that was dorky, corny, but whatever. Okay, look at that. So far, so good. Now that's our glow in the dark. So, let's go ahead and get this black on the back, and then we can take it from there. It's still going to be able to charge through the front, through the front of the cabochon, so you'll still be able to see the glow in the dark part of it, I believe. I mean, it's still going to glow through the dichroic film is really just film. I mean, it's really just a thin, very thin layer. So we're just going to put the black over that, almost full. I find that if I fill these right up to the edge, they come out better, easier and better. Like I'm learning as I go, obviously. I do watch a lot of, not always, because I've been really kind of slacking lately of being on YouTube, to be honest with you. And I do miss you guys. I have been on there, not as much as I was. I'm going through some stuff myself, and you know, maybe with some family members or whatever, but let's go ahead and cure that while I'm talking. Can you guys see that? It's black, yeah. Let's give that 90 seconds. and stuff. So, you know, I guess I'm feeling a little like I need to work on myself some more. I mean, we all do, really. When you get down to it, we all really need to work on ourselves and making ourselves better, and not being so reactive and being more responsive. You know, respond, not react. I mean, that's really a hard thing to do sometimes when, you know, when you're dealing with my type of situation. But I've been doing this for 3 years, so I have a pretty good handle on it. However, it has been a learning experience every single day. And I may come out as, you know, upbeat and cheery a lot of the time, which I try to be my absolute best. I don't want to bring anyone down. I don't want to, you know, make anybody sad or distraught or anything like that. It's just, you know, there are times when we're not 100% cheery. So I do try to keep myself elevated to having the best mood, to being in the best mood, to just to not bring any negativity, because I don't want to be negative, because that feeling, like when you're positive, is just so wonderful. It's like an amazing feeling, and I never even paid any attention to it before I started doing what I'm doing right now. You know, before I started working on myself, like I didn't even know what it was to have an elevated mood, to be, you know, happy a lot of the time, to be excited about life, to be learning and growing as a person. Like I didn't really even pay any attention to that. I just went and did whatever the 3D world had me do. And I'm not really like that anymore. I'm just gonna put a coat of clear over this just to raise it up just a little. Like I said, it seems to come out better and be more like it's supposed to be if it's right to the edge. And this is right to the edge. And it can't hurt to throw a coat of clear on it. We're gonna go ahead and cure that. And then we're gonna do the reveal. And then we'll light it up and we'll see what it looks like when it's, well, we'll do our best to see what it looks like when it's glowing in the dark. So, anybody else? Are you guys working on yourselves? Is anybody working on themselves? Like, do you listen to like audio all the time with your headphones on, trying to maybe improve your mentality, improve the way you think, improve how you feel about yourself? I do it all day, pretty much all day, every day. Most of the time, it works. It really does work. It really works at keeping myself positive. But I mean, we all have our moments when we don't feel positive, so that's okay too. That's okay too, because we need to feel those emotions and work through them and learn the lessons that come in, you know, that come with them. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I was just curious if there's other people, if there's maybe something in the air, you know, is there something in the air that, I don't know, that is making other people feel kind of down, or maybe it's the stars, or the alignment. I don't know. I don't want to be feeling negative. I don't like feeling negative. I don't like feeling down or upset, or I like to just be positive and happy and go about my day and go to the store and tell everybody I see I love them. And I mean, in my mind, because I don't want to scare people, because most people don't feel the way I do. So I'm just letting it cool off a second before we take it out of the mold, which I'm pretty excited to do, but it's pretty hot right this moment. So I'm just gonna let it cool for just a couple of seconds. I'm fanning it. Can you see me fanning it? Let me know in the comments if you guys are going through something similar. I am gonna post the video of the project I was working on that I couldn't tell you about. It is finished project, so you won't see me working on it, because I can tell you I don't 100% know how to record without like something you have to pay for, and then stop it and then start it and stop it and start it. So I don't know how to do that at this point. So I have the video of the finished product because I did send it this beginning of this week, and then they received it yesterday. So I can share that with you now, and I'm very excited to share that with you guys. I hope you like it. It's still pretty hot. All right, let's let it go. I'm blowing on it. I don't think that's gonna help much, but I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So here's the bales that we put on the back, that I put on the back of them. I've been using, that's my daughter playing her game. I have been using Gorilla Super Glue to do that with, although I do have another, like a regular Gorilla Glue, but that doesn't dry as fast. But I'll put that on, and then obviously, I mean, like, here's one, just, you know, the bale is just glued on the back. I just have to make sure that they're straight before the glue sets, which is usually a very quick process. So, good times. Okay, here we go. Hopefully it comes out without sticking, because I've had some problems with them sticking to this mold for some reason. Oh. See, it's now kind of, okay, there we go. Woo. The edges are a little rough. I may have to cut them off a little, but hello, baby. Look at that. Ooh, that is just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. You guys, that's so amazing. Can you see how cool that is? Let me charge it with the UV light on the front and see if I can show you the glow in the dark portion of it. I don't know if I'll be able to do that with this. Oh my gosh, this is my new favorite piece. Like, I had several favorite pieces, but holy moly, I am in love with this piece. You guys see that? All right, I gotta take the glasses off. I'm trying to look at it in my hand here. Wow, I can't do that for you, but it'll be that first picture that you looked at before the video started will be the final, so you guys can see it. Holy Moses, that is just gorgeous. I may hang it this way. What do you think? Like, put the bale from this side so it does show like it's different. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but God bless my soul, that's gorgeous. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to me yap, as my daughter says. I was yapping, but sometimes you have to yap, you know, just sometimes you have to share. That's what we're here for, is for sharing and for acknowledging each other and for loving each other. And that I thank you. And I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.